It's just a Herald sweater kind of day. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got my January favorites. I cannot believe January's over. We are a 12th of the way through this year. That's crazy. I can't even believe it's 2015 yet. But I have to accept it because February is tomorrow. So for my favorites this month, it's mostly makeup stuff. I've been branching out a lot, purchasing a lot of new makeup, so I found a lot of new favorites. I'm also going to be mentioning some old favorites because I've never done a video of my favorites before and I want to share these amazing products with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So this first favorite is probably something that you've heard about because a lot of YouTubers have been talking about it. It is the Maybelline The Nudes palette. It's freaking amazing. It's got a lot of different shades in it. All of them are natural shades. Obviously there's some golds in here too. And I just noticed this on the back. It's got like 13 different looks you can do. Like everything in the palette is paired in either quads, trios, or duos. So like this is a quad, this is a quad, this is a quad, this is a trio, 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 or duo, 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 duo. So that's cool. Did not know that. I've just kind of been picking out what my favorite ones are. As of right now, my favorites are this right here. I really like this color. You can tell like the matte light colors. This color is really good. This one's really fun for all over the lid. I'm actually wearing that today. I'm not a big fan of this white, this light white color. I wish they had a matte white in this palette just because this is shimmery and kind of flaky and doesn't really like stay. And then this color over here I use for my eyebrows. It's kind of got some gray undertones, which is really great when you're filling in your eyebrows. I find that a lot of eyebrow powders are just like too red, but this has been really good and I think it works well. Tell me what you think. So my next favorite is an old favorite. I've been using this mascara probably for 3 or 4 years now. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original and I get it in black carbon. I also have it in black brown. This one's old. I need to get, oh wait, this is the black brown one. My black one's old, so this one's newer. But it's got a really thick wand. It's got fibers in it, so it kind of builds on your lashes. It's freaking amazing. Even the one that's drying out still works really well. It's not as wet anymore, so it doesn't really cover the lashes as well, but I still use it. I just need to get a new one. It is very voluminizing, voluminous, makes your lashes very voluminous, and it lengthens too. Like it doesn't stop at the end of your eyelashes, like adds length, which is what lengthening means, Lindy. Next two favorites are concealers. I picked these up probably mid-January. I actually posted a picture of them on my Instagram. These are both by Maybelline. The first one's the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is just a doe foot applicator wand concealer. And I just use this to cover any blemishes I may have. I am fair 115. It's really frustrating because I can never find a concealer like to highlight because I'm so pale. Like I have to use the lightest concealer. And so I can't find like a lighter concealer to highlight with. The next Maybelline concealer is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. You guys probably heard about this. This is literally, everybody has this. It's just got a sponge applicator. You twist it to have the product come out. And I just use this underneath my eyes. It's like creamy and kind of tacky, which is good for underneath my eyes because it doesn't crease. And then I'll just set it with some like e.l.f. Translucent powder. Something I bought myself for Christmas were a set of Sigma brushes. I don't remember what like set I got. I think it was just like the basics. So I pulled out a couple of my favorites because I have been using them non-stop. So I have two face brushes that I really like. This is the Duo Fiber F50. I've been using this for blush mostly. Because it's Duo Fiber, there's like shorter bristles and then there's longer bristles. So the longer bristles are like dispersed more, but because there are shorter bristles, it's like easier to control them. And that way for blush, it's not so harsh. You can really like add a light amount and then build it if you want. Another favorite has been the large angled contour brush. This is the F40. I've been also using this for blush, and then if I want to bronze, I'll use this too. I haven't been using this as contour because I usually like a little more dense and smaller brush to contour with. I've been using this for my crease. This is the Tapered Blending E40. just on an everyday basis, if you just want to do a darker color in a crease just to define your eyes a little bit, you can use this. It is freaking amazing and it blends everything so well. Next eye brush is the pencil brush. This is the E30. I've been using this just to, like, if I want to do a dark rim around my eyes or just add a little darkness. This has been really great, especially on the lower lash line if I just want to blend out like my crease color underneath. I can do that. And then the last brush I've been loving is the small angled E65. This is actually what I've been using to fill in my eyebrows. It's basically like an eyeliner brush, but it's just really great. Before I was using like some little black elf angled brush that came in their brow kit. That's what it came in. It was just too small. Got this and I've freaking been loving it. Last brush, this is not a Sigma brush. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. This is by Sam and Nick Chapman here on YouTube. Pixie Woo, I believe, is what their username is. Really love this brush. I've been using it to apply foundation. I'll just kind of put foundation on the back of my hand, pick it up with this, kind of swipe it all over and then blend it in. I do wish it was a little bit bigger, but I think they have a buffing brush that I'm probably going to pick up. I had a really hard time finding the Real Techniques brushes. I know they sell them at Target and Walmart's, but the Target and Walmart's in my area do not carry them. They do sell them at Harris Teeter, which is like the grocery store chain where I live, but they were like twice as expensive as like the Target website said they were, so I was like, I'm not going to pay that much. And I didn't want to pay for shipping because I'm just weird like that. But one day I was in Ulta, which is where I found this, and they had them for the normal price. So I picked it up and I think I'm going to go back and get the buffing brush. Okay, this is the last like makeup item, kind of, maybe. The rest are like beauty stuff. This is the NYX Matte Finish setting spray. And I've been using this to wet my eyeshadow brushes if I want to apply like a really strong eyeshadow color. It doesn't really work as a setting spray, but if you want to get your eyeshadows wet before you apply them, it's really great. And it's going to last longer than if you just used water or something like that. And it's a cheaper version than like MAC's Pro Prep and Prime, something like that. This is like $5 maybe, so pick this up if you're looking for something that can wet your eyeshadows. This is the Body Shop Aloe Soothing Night Cream for sensitive skin. I've been using this at night and it is really freaking fantastic. So, story time. Kind of. Explanation time. I have very sensitive skin. I am prone to redness. So after I wash my face, no matter what I use, my skin is always red. It also gets really dry and then it produces like hella ton oil. I always have to like put on a lot of moisturizer. So I picked this up. I think it was in my Black Friday haul that I did. I like had never heard of it or anything, so I just picked it up because I thought, hey, I have one more item to get. Let's just get this and see what happens. And I have freaking been loving it. I'll put it on and it will like soothe my skin and it's super moisturizing. You do not need a lot. Before I'd be using like 3 or 4 pumps of a moisturizer at night, and this you just need like one little swipe with your finger and it is enough. So after I put it on, my skin just feels soothed and like moisturized and like plump is the word I think of. And when I wake up in the morning, it looks like I have no redness. Like it totally gets rid of all of my redness. On days that I feel like my skin is actually drier, I will use this during the day and it just keeps it moisturized and gets rid of all the redness. So I highly recommend this if you're prone to redness and like dry skin. One more makeup applicator, the Beauty Blender. I'm sure you guys have heard about this. I love this. If my foundation does not like face brushes, like buffing brushes, this is always my go-to. I prefer brushes, but if there's a foundation I have that's just like, no, I don't like being applied with a brush, then I will use this. It gives a flawless finish. It looks airbrush. There are no brush marks, there's no patchiness. It's amazing and it's really good for building up foundation as well. I recommend getting it wet with hot water. That way it kind of melts your foundation into your skin a little better. Also, I wring it out over the sink and then I'll take a towel or something and wring it out in that as well, so that there's not any water that's kind of mixing in with my foundation. That way your foundation is as thick as it's supposed to be. It's just really good. I love you. Okay, last beauty favorite. This is the Pantene Restore Beautiful Lengths Smoothing Balm. This is what I use in the mornings if I'm wearing my hair natural. Naturally, my hair's kind of got this like wave frizziness to it. and this really helps keep it just be the waves. So what I'll do is I will get out of the shower, kind of put my hair up in a towel and just squeeze it tight, and then I'll take it out of the towel so that it's still mostly wet. I just got all like the dripping gone, and then I'll kind of part it how I want to, and then I'll just take 1 or 2 pumps of this, put it on my hands, and then just kind of scrunch it into the back, which is where I usually have the most frizziness, and then I'll just kind of run it through the front like this and like mess it up a little bit. And it holds the curls, it does not look crunchy, it looks very natural, and actually kind of adds a little bit of shine, which is fantastic. So if you're looking for something to hold your curls, I definitely recommend picking up this. Okay, second to last tangible favorite. This is a necklace that I picked up from H&M. I got this for New Year's and I've been loving it. It is this rose gold kind of spiky necklace. It was actually only $3. It was on sale, and I think because there's like some kinks in the chain, but like it doesn't bother me. I've been loving wearing this with like a higher neck shirt and just letting it like hang down. I could probably actually wear it today. But yeah, absolutely been loving this. I would definitely check out H&M if you're looking for jewelry. Everybody knows Forever 21 has like fantastic jewelry for cheap, but I think H&M is a little higher quality and you can find great stuff that's actually on sale. So my last favorite's a little weird. It is this computer case that I found on eBay. I had been looking forever for a computer case. I did not want a bulky like briefcase, and I didn't want one that was just a sleeve, because sometimes I like to carry my stuff around. This one is really nice because if I do just want it to be a sleeve, you can actually tuck. Let's see if I can get this on camera. You can actually tuck the handles into this side pocket right here, and you can just put it in a backpack or another bag if you want to. But I like carrying it around. I have the MacBook Pro 13-inch and I got the 15-inch bag because I wanted to be able to carry around my textbooks as well. It works really well. I do have one textbook that's like super thick, so I have to carry that like separately, and then I'll just have my computer and notebooks in here. The inside is lined with this like fuzz. It's like a blanket, like I want to sleep in here. It's cushioned, it's really nice, and then it also has a front zipper pocket right here that has like card holders, some pencil pouches, and another little pocket. I don't really use those. I just keep my charger or like headphones in there. But yeah, I'll have a link to this in the description if you want to pick it up. I think it was like $20 with shipping, and it was from China, so it took maybe like 2 weeks to get here, but I'm saying it is worth the wait. So that is all for my physical favorites. I'm just going to talk about 2 like kind of non-tangible, intangible favorites. First is going to be music. Let me just pull up my Spotify real quick. So I started this playlist with my sister who lives in Chicago, and one night we were on the phone. We were like talking about moving in together one day. I've always had this dream of like moving to England, and as you guys probably know, in England they don't call apartments, they call them flats. So I was like, oh, you'll be my flatmate one day. And then later on we were talking about like our music and how we don't like really get to share it anymore. And she's like, oh, we should just create like playlists on Spotify so that like I'll have one where I'll add my favorites, and then you can have one where you add your favorites. And then I called it Flatmate because we had like been talking about being flatmates. I've just been updating it for like 2 years now. Sometimes I'll go through and I'll just delete everything out of it and then just kind of add songs as I go. So it's always changing. Right now it's kind of in a transition. There's some stuff on here that I love. There's some stuff that I'm just like, eh. Sia, I have been in love with her. Chandelier, Elastic Heart are 2 things that I've really been loving. Panic at the Disco, their new stuff. Nicotine, Gospel. Zendaya. She's like that girl from Disney who is on that like dance show. I don't know. But she has a song called Replay that I really love. I'm going to play it for a second because I love it. So good, I just can't take no more. Keep it right there. What you wanna be, play you everywhere I go. And everywhere I go, I play you everywhere I go. I don't know if I'm gonna put that part in, that's a little embarrassing. Fun by Troye Sivan. Oh my gosh. Last thing I want to talk about is this YouTuber that I have discovered. Her name is Augusta, Georgia, I think. Oh my goodness. She lives like in the Chicago area, so I feel like I have a connection to her just because my sister lives up there, but don't really. She is like freaking gorgeous, and her personality is just like beautiful. She has a beautiful personality. She's just like really real, and her boyfriend are like the cutest thing ever. His name's Liam, which is just like so adorable. I don't know, that name is just really cute. They're really cute together, and her Instagram is really adorable. I've just been loving her this month. She's also a part of this collab channel called The Non-Blondes that just started up like this past week, which is just a bunch of like cool girls. Like cool is like the only word I can think of to describe them, because they're all just like really cool and like their own people and like just awesome. So the Non-Blondes, and then Augusta, Georgia. So yeah, that's all for this month's favorite. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and if you want to see more of my favorites next month. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that they had this on the back. That's so cool. What? Good to know. Because it's last brush, this is not a Sigma brush, this is a Real Techniques. Last brush, this is not a Sigma brush, this is the Real Techniques. What? Last brush, this is a Real Techniques. Real Techniques. Last brush, this is not a Sigma brush, this is the Real Techniques brush by Chapman. Like Jim Chapman. Is that a British name, Chapman? Because they're British. Last brush is these. But if you want to get your don't stop, don't move, just keep it right there.